I know you guys are sinking your teeth into the Dragonspine 1.2 update, or you're about to, right? You just got home from work, school, whatever it is that you're doing, getting ready for the holidays. Here's some things, though, before you start pulling for Albedo and your favorite characters that you guys need to be making sure that you at least progress a little bit inside Dragonspine. We're going to be touching on first and foremost, this is going to be the Frostbearing tree. This is going to be very similar to the different Geo as well as Anemo Lord statues that you used to pray to by finding the Geoculuses and the Animoculuses out in Mondstadt/Leeway. This is going to not give you stamina though, like the other ones did. This is going to actually give you various different rewards from pulls, acquaint fates, intertwined fates, and more. So what you're gonna be looking for is the Crimson Agates out there. They're going to be just like the Geoculuses and the Animoculuses were. When you get close to them, thankfully, because of that 1.1 update, this is going to apply to these as well. When you're close to them, you'll see a little rock sort of crystal shaped on your mini map that is going to be telling you that one of these is very close to you. Now, these can be hidden up in the air, they can be in trees. Some of them will be hidden behind some blue blocks of ice. And if you haven't figured it out yet, the way that you break those blue barriers, those blue blocks of ice out there, they'll look like rocks, but they'll be blue. You'll want to light them on fire and they won't be breaking. What you need to do is you need to pick up one of these Scarlet Quartz. Now the Scarlet Quartz is going to imbue you with, you see this red outline for a temporary small amount of time. You get about like 15 seconds with it, maybe 20 seconds, and you'll be able to locate an area that is going to be like a blue rock, and you can crack the rocks and there you'll find precious treasure chests that way. So if you're just getting into Dragonspine, that's how you're gonna be dealing with that stuff. And you also, that's how you're gonna be unlocking a little bit of a spoiler there. That's how you're gonna be unlocking the Frostbearing tree in the first place. So what sort of reward should you be looking for, and how hard is it to get the first couple of tiers? So it's gonna be 10 Crimson Agates per level here, so 120 for the whole thing, but the first 30, 40, 50 of them you'll be able to get quite easily just while you're starting to explore Dragonspine, especially if you don't have to figure out, how do I break all these blue rocks? Now you know. But what you can do before you start pulling on the banners for Bennett, maybe you're trying to get your C1 Bennett, your C0, your first Bennett, who is very strong and got even better with this update because of the Festering Desire, you're going to be getting some acquaint fates pretty easily. Now, we know it's only a couple, right? The first 5 levels are going to give you 4 acquaint fates there, but those are free pulls. And if you're lucky, like me, a little bit of a brag, I got my C1 Bennett from my acquaint fates. Later on down the road, you'll be able to get intertwined fates as well as the Northlander prototype for the polearm. So this is going to be nice if you're trying to work on that crescent pike. I know I've gotten a lot of comments. I never crafted the crescent pike. I feel so bad. Get to level 8, find 80 of these things. You're going to be able to get the polearm prototype for the crescent pike. Or if you want to, craft another one and refine your crescent pike there. On top of that, at the very end, you'll be getting some unique stuff, right? You can get the crown of insight in the wings. But the other thing that you're gonna be wanting to make sure you come and pick up after you've gotten 40 of these Crimson Agates is the warming bottle. The warming bottle is gonna be a new sort of little feature for you. It's gonna be a new piece of equipment, a gadget that you can use. And as you walk around Dragonspine, you know you have the sheer cold debuff. It's not that hard to deal with, really, right? Find a torch, light it on fire, find a campfire. It's never really that big of a deal when you're going through the main story quest and just kind of talking to NPCs. You're never really going to catch that much of a cold. However, when you start trying to look for the rest of these Crimson Agates, maybe you're trying to look for some precious chests and exquisite chests and really dig your heels deep, you can go into some tall mountain regions and take some shortcuts, and that's going to help you make sure that you're not taking too much damage from the sheer cold debuff. So make sure that you're doing that. We also have the first act of the Chalk Prince of the Dragon currently active, and you guys need to get in there. This is going to be the last sort of a quest that you can really start doing. You have to start doing some of the 1.2 stuff first, and you want to do this because it's going to get you the actual copy of the weapon, the Festering Desire. Now, the Festering Desire is a very strong weapon. We'll get into that as well, but in addition to that, you're going to have the rest of these Act 1 quests to complete. So if you get there, you get the quest ready to roll, then you can start picking up these Rime Warm fragments as well as crystals. And also, starting with the quest here, going to want you to level the Festering Desire up a couple of times. So that's a big thing too, because right now during this event, you're going to have a 1.5 times EXP bonus for anything that you use to level up the Festering Desire. On top of that too, in the future, you cannot do it now, but you'll see it yet. You'll see these Festering Dragon Marrows. There's going to be one with Glimmering Essence, one with Warm Essence, and one with Miraculous Essence. And these are going to be tied to the later acts of the Chalk Prince and the Dragon event. What do the What are these used for? What possibly could they be used for? I have good news for you guys. The Festering Desire, as you see, if you go down and check out the refine here, it uses not only the copy of the weapon, but it uses these Festering Dragon Amaros. That's right, you're gonna be able to get at least 3 refinements. We don't know where the last couple are coming from, the final one there, because you're gonna need a last one there, but these are gonna be the things that you're gonna be using to level up the refinement rank, so you get that extra elemental skill damage and critical hit rate on your elemental skill there as well. So make sure you go and you do that too. Now, in addition to all of that stuff, do keep your eyes peeled for things that look like they might be unlocking certain areas in Dragonspine. You'll probably be able to figure it out yourselves, but you're gonna have to break big blue crystals, and these are gonna unlock new areas. You're gonna unlock the new dungeon where you can farm the new artifact set, so make sure you do that. If you're at that waypoint on the map where the dungeon look like it's going to be, because it's there, you just can't see it yet, make sure you figure out the puzzles there as well. You can also fight some secret tiny mini bosses for some precious chests. There's a couple of those as well that'll give you like 3 or 4 different chests. Lots of rank EXP there, as well as some adventurer EXP for your characters, some hero books, things of that nature. A lot of cool stuff to make sure that you're gaining access to, but the main one you want to check out is the Frostbearing tree. Make sure you can test your luck with the free stuff before you use your primo gems. With that being said, guys, we're all done today. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and hopefully you guys have a good holiday season and a good rest of the weekend. If you want to see more stuff like this for Genshin Impact and other content, do the traditional YouTube thing and hit that button down below. Make sure the bell rings, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.